Hello, my name is Riley Perkle, and talking about genre can really help us understand the content of what exactly we are reading. In my personal opinion, our generation, there are many different types of genres we're getting, and it's the form of text messages really in social media. But I don't think that we're going to read a text message the same way as we'd read an important document. And if we misinterpret the genre we are presented with, then we are missing the meaning completely. For the Bible specifically, in my opinion, not having a full concept of scripture can lead to lots of confusion. This is because the Bible, I personally believe, is no ordinary book at all. It's filled with incredible poetry, textured prophecies, insightful wisdom, foundational laws, personal letters, and so much more. When I think of what may cause immediate confusion in scripture found in the Bible, I immediately think of Psalms. Psalms is a very poetic scripture passage. It plays with a lot of metaphors, imagery, and emotion. The Lord is my rock is a great example of this. Obviously, we're not going to talk about geology and a rock and our actual Lord being a rock, but it is more of a statement that connects God to David in technical terms. And David's using of rock is because he finds security and peace with God being in his life. I also do know that there are passages in the Bible where the genre needs to be seen in a literal point of view as well. These stories did happen, and God was putting his work into humanity, and that is not a metaphorical way of speech or anything like that. And then next onto the prompt, when we're able to recognize the difference in genres in the Bible, we can get a sense of the intent behind the scriptures. And I think that's a very important part that a lot of people will tend to miss sometimes when they're reading the Bible, is the intent of what they're reading. I feel like if we read it with just a one-sided bias to it, we're not really soaking up fully what God has intended for us, which I do know we talk about in the next discussion, which is like a really good connection in my personal opinion, but that's later. Now when I'm speaking on perspective, which we just covered, when we are able to see God as the main character in our biblical texts, we start to encounter him in every day. Personally, myself, reading the Bible is very new and it's new to me, but I want to try and read the text with intention and slower, at a slower pace. I think this will help me. Actually, I know it'll help me look for God's actions and motivations rather than just going through the motions of reading scripture without purpose. When I read without purpose, I feel like I'm not really soaking up the whole, how would I put this, exactly what God is intending for me to read and to soak up. The purpose I hope to have in reading these is when I'm able to tell God is teaching me and showing me, and then I'm also able to read through the scripture what God's intentions and learn more about his character is. Thank you.